Here's a knife that I've already made, so it's a little late for me to do anything. But this one's not bad. I thinned the handle, micarta enough. But it got me thinking about, I like this knife. The thing I wanted to try to maintain is I want to keep this here area smooth. And that's because in my line of work, I have to cut a lot of it's the type of felt that goes underneath roads. It's comparable to like landscaping fabric. And I don't want this cutout right here. I don't want like a lot of guys have chuli or whatever they call it. It snags the material and it's just terrible. So I need the material, if I'm cutting felt and stuff like that, to slide right under the blade. So even if I start cutting and I'm cutting, where are you? And I'm cutting and the material hits right where my thumb is, as I start pulling it through this big material and stuff, that it slides right up there without snagging. So that's the design I have to stick with. The problem is, of course, look at this. The tang. I think I'm supposed to, you see how the pointy part of the blade, it tapers as it goes from here to the end. It gets smaller, smaller, smaller. And I think expert knife makers do kind of the same thing with their tang, and it lightens it. Well, I've tried to do that, but you see when I grind, pretend this is the platen, and I'm grinding, I do these flat. I do the whole thing flat. And I've tried to put a taper on it, but it never quite works right out. The taper always goes like a little more to this side or to that side. It goes one way or the other. And so it looks stupid when you look at the knife. It almost looks like the knife kinks then. Here is a knife. I'm still working on this one. This one, I haven't heat treated it. I'm still just, roughing it in. It's going to be similar to this. It's got this here doohickey you have to knock off. That was wrong. It doesn't fit my, the slabs. The slab of micarta only comes up to like about there. So all that's got to be redone. I got to make the handle a little shorter. But the thing is, right now is a good time for me to plan putting holes in here. I got the same thing going on. Look at how thick that thing is, right? And I don't know enough about how to make a knife to make this tapered like the tip, right? How it gets smaller as it gets smaller. I don't know how to do that. And I remember, like I said, I grind it on the platen. I do one side. I get it all perfectly flat, so the knife is perfectly flat. And then I worry about putting the taper on. But I've never figured out how to do that on this end. I've tried a few times and it just goes kittywampus one way or the other. It just never comes out to the straight point. But I think now is a good time for me to figure out how to put in holes. Where do you put them? How big a drill holes do you make, How many? Because I'd like to lighten the load here. This has not been, I'm still working on this. But anyway, that's the deal.